Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Jordan is in the driver's seat right now to become Speaker of the House. We don't know exactly who will eventually become Speaker of the House. It looked like Kevin McCarthy had it wrapped up before the voting took place. He has failed 3 times now. Congressman Byron Donalds sets House floor above by switching vote from McCarthy to Jordan. Congressman Donalds of Florida voted for the first 2 rounds for McCarthy. The big deal is that he went from McCarthy to Jordan. Now, Jim Jordan might be recruited or might be asked by the rest of the House Republicans to overtake Kevin McCarthy. So Jim Jordan is actually backing Kevin McCarthy, but he might be recruited or he might be asked by everyone else to take over. Because what needs to take place is everyone who likes McCarthy also likes Jim Jordan and Steve Scalise. But not everyone who likes Matt Gaetz, for example. Matt Gaetz likes Jim Jordan. So the people who dislike Kevin McCarthy like Jim Jordan, and the people who like Kevin McCarthy like Jim Jordan. Jim Jordan is universally admired by everyone. The Never McCarthy faction, as well as the Pro McCarthy faction. Okay? So, my analysis and me talking about what's going on, I think is very important because right now this is in a state of flux. People don't know exactly what is going to take place. And so Byron Donald sets House floor abuzz by switching vote from McCarthy to Jordan. McCarthy has been unable to secure the 218 votes to become Speaker. The fact that you need 218 would pretty much prevent a Democrat, although theoretically it's possible. I did a segment that people didn't like yesterday on Pelosi or a Democrat, Hakeem Jeffries, possibly getting to 218, but that would only happen if you had a huge chunk of Republicans that defected. That's not going to take place, okay? So there's like a 1% chance or less than 1% chance of anything like that taking place. Furthermore, you would have to have this you would have to have a situation where this goes on for months and months and months. And even then I don't think it would take place. I think that the longer this goes, the greater the odds that Steve Scalise or Jim Jordan become Speaker of the House. Essentially, Jim Jordan has become the number one choice for Speaker of the House right now. We'll get to this article in a second, but let's go ahead and look at this. How long the Speaker's fight, well, this is a Politico article. How long the Speaker's fight will last remains the House's favorite parlor game. McCarthy acknowledged on Tuesday that it could last for days, while one of his opponents, Representative Ralph Norman of South Carolina, said they could persist for 6 more months. This is a Politico article. The article about Congressman Byron Donalds was a Fox News article. In the meantime, the House GOP risks a chaotic floor fight with no rules of the chamber yet in place. The chamber cannot even swear in its members without a speaker. He's facing diminishing support, so it'll be interesting what takes place later today. I have a segment, of course, on this channel every day at 8 and 11 a.m. forever on this channel. So every single day at 8 and 11 a.m., every single day at 8 and 11 a.m. on this channel in the morning, I would be honored and blessed and privileged to share the breakfast with you, cup of coffee, drive to work. Have a beautiful and wonderful day. God bless you, and just have a great day, everybody, and a great 2023. And that goes for if you're a Democrat, Republican. I'm voting for Trump in 24. But it really doesn't matter who you are. If you're watching this channel, I appreciate it. whether or not you're voting for Trump or anyone else. Have a wonderful day. If you want, hit subscribe to this channel and become a member uh, to my Patreons. Thank you so very much. And I can't do this without you, ladies and gentlemen. Also, if you want to become part of a newsletter, go to hagoodman.com. You could read my writing in The Hill, the Huffington Post, Salon, the Jerusalem Post, the Federalist, other publications. And I will have a live stream tonight. And definitely go to H.A. Goodman's other channel right now. I have a 9 a.m. and a 12 p.m. segment every day on that channel as well. So forever you'll have on both channels um, an 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and then 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. segments. But 6 more months would be very interesting. I would love to give my analysis for 6 more months on this issue. I don't think it'll be 6 months, although could you imagine in the comments section below? Give me your thoughts. What if this lasts for 6 months? The interesting thing is the people who don't want McCarthy want impeachment immediately. McCarthy has gotten the message. So this is a lot better, for example, than Democrats who promise Green New Deal legislation when that was a publicity stunt, who promise Medicare for all, and they had no intention of ever voting for it, even when they had the House and the Senate and the presidency with President Biden. Okay? They had mashed potato brains in the Oval Office for 2 years now. Okay? They had no intention. What Democrats do is there's this blind allegiance. And Pelosi, Schumer, there is no opposition. I was on the left most of my life. Okay? The past 4 years or so, I realized that it's the biggest racket on the planet. It's the most lucrative, it is the most lucrative racket to say that you're voting blue no matter who, without any opposition, just blind allegiance and loyalty, and no, not even the courage or the audacity or the will for Bernie Sanders to even acknowledge he was cheated, much less go up against Pelosi. At least Trump Republicans, are saying, no, we don't want never-ending counterinsurgency conflicts. We don't want military interventions. We don't want Mitt Romney and Nancy Pelosi type of political party and mainstream thought. Because the people who obsess most about Trump's words and his rhetoric are the people who wouldn't mind sending Americans to Europe tomorrow if a consensus was fabricated. Thank God we won't be able to fabricate that consensus anymore through Twitter. At government agencies, I talked about that last night in the live stream. You had government agencies working with Twitter to silence 250,000 conservative voices. General, almost all of them were conservative or Republican or Trump Republican voices. They banned Trump. They didn't even think they had the right to, but they did so anyway. And Congressman Donalds has hopefully set a completely new paradigm change, or created a paradigm change in voting, because when you vote, he voted for McCarthy the first 2 rounds. He then switched to Jim Jordan. Now, if you have more people switching to Jim Jordan, suddenly have 20, 30, 40 more people, now you have a problem. Okay, McCarthy technically has an overwhelming lead, but not enough to get him. See, he has a pretty good lead now. But if he continues to lose and he continues to lose support, and McCarthy or Scalise continue to gain support, or perhaps someone else, all you need is a Jim Jordan or Scalise continue to gain support. All you need is a Jim Jordan to gain the support of Never McCarthy people and McCarthy people. And then you have your speaker. If Jim Jordan tomorrow said, that's it, I actually do want to become Speaker of the House, he would have it. There would be no opposition, really, or he'd get a huge chunk of McCarthy's support immediately. And then if he worked for that support, he would then be the Speaker of the House, and that would be pretty amazing. So we'll see. I will continue to do analysis on this. Hit subscribe. We're almost at 202,000 subs. We're on our way. I would love to see 250,000 or 300,000 subs this year. I don't think that that's beyond reason. And I think that, I just thank you for your viewership. If you have friends and family that would enjoy my analysis, word of mouth, ladies and gentlemen, is really the best thing you could do for this channel. So word of mouth and just setting a routine. If you enjoy my analysis and viewpoint, every day at 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. on this channel, be here. I have a segment at 11 a.m. right now. Jim Jordan is in the driver's seat. He's in the driver's seat, so he becomes Speaker of the House with just a little bit more support. And God bless Congressman Donalds for doing what he did. I think that's fantastic for a number of reasons. It shows that Democrats are just like AI robots. They just go ahead and they'll vote like AI robots. They will just do what they're told at all times. Vote blue no matter who. Liz Cheney could become a pro-life Democrat tomorrow and be the nominee, and they would still vote for Liz Cheney. And that, if you think that's hyperbole, that is absolutely not hyperbole. And so would all the million sub channels on the left, or 2 million or 4 million, whatever. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. At least the Republicans, they're trying to make fun of it, like, oh, that's just so. There's nothing embarrassing about this at all. This actually shows integrity. It shows. Do you understand? Progressives in Congress wish they could do this, but they can't even write a letter in opposition to never-ending military conflict. Anyway, give me your thoughts below. Be here at 11 a.m. in about 3 hours, people. Every morning at 8 a.m., set your dial and check the channel for my videos. Thank you so very, very much. Have a fantastic morning, people. Thank you so much.